In ancient Persia, a child was born who would stand up to the opposing armies of the Arabian forces that had occupied what he considered his land and people in what would later be northwestern Iran. His name was Babak Khorramdin, and some call him the freedom fighter of Persia. He was born sometime in the late 700s, possibly between 795 to 798 in Iran. The people that lived in the area were known as Adhari, who were closely related but clearly different in appearance with a different language from the Persians, who also inhabited the area. Babak's parents raised him as a Muslim, and little is known about their backgrounds. It's been said that historical records of them could have been altered in a negative light by authors who were hostile to Khorramdin. Babak learned to play the lute, became a singer, and recited poetry, which brought him to the attention of a local wealthy landlord named Javadan, who hired him into service. He was a leader of one of the two Kuramite movements happening in Azerbaijan at the time, and when Javadan was killed in a violent clash, Babak succeeded him as the new leader of their movement. With the murder of Abu Muslim in 755, revolts among the people began, which didn't come to an end for decades, as the Iranian people were being oppressed by the caliphs. Babak Khorramdin fought back in an attempt to preserve the Persian language and culture. He rallied his followers to rebel against the caliphate and united them to strike back against their enemies. Babak Khorramdin's conflict with the Muslim armies continued for 23 years of constant campaigns and warfare. During that time, he captured castles and strongholds, had major victories against opposing armies, and extended his influence throughout the land. In the years of 837 and 838, Caliph al-Mu'tazim sent his forces to capture Babak's stronghold of Bad. A member of the Abbasid Caliphate, al-Afshini, was able to suppress the rebellion and captured Khorramdin after surrounding his fortress and essentially waiting him out. When a guarantee of his safety was sent by messenger, Babak is said to have quoted, "Better to live for just a single day as a ruler than to live for 40 years as an abject slave." Eventually, upon his capture, Babak Khorramdin was betrayed by Afshin and given to the Abbasid Caliph. The Caliph's men executed him in a truly barbaric manner. But before he died, it's said he washed his face in his own blood and held his head high while dying, to prove his fearlessness to the Caliph and his supporters. Babak Khorramdin is still celebrated as a national hero of the Azerbaijani people after dying between the ages of 40 to 43, sometime around the year 838.